So I'm not sure, excuse me, if I'm coming through. I tried to do a live on YouTube yesterday and everything was normal. I didn't touch anything and no one could hear me. So I'm just going to wait for someone to hopefully come in there to confirm if you can hear me or not. Because if you can't hear me, or if you can, I got a lot of things to speak about with YouTube and my sound. That is not cool. So I'm hoping someone comes in to confirm you can hear me. I'm just going to have to wait. I'm not going to talk and waste my breath if the mic is not good. Wonderful. Okay. I believe YouTube is being naughty. I could be crazy, but just give me a second. Okay, so yesterday I was going to break down Baphomet, Islam, Hinduism, and all that stuff. And I might even do that tonight. I got to charge my phone. So, what up there, Cat Knight 469? Why did you choose 469? We should be asking people these questions because that's intelligence. Everyone has a number on their email, numerology, why? And then I'm going to learn from you. I'm not here to be the guru, you know what I mean? Like, everyone's a guru. So what I've noticed is and YouTube might take this down from me smoking. It's called freedom of expression. If I want to poison myself, oh, the number that YouTube gave you. I wonder why YouTube gave you that number. Hey, YouTube, what's going on there? Anyhow. Many things to discuss paranormal, but first, let's deal with the mundane world. So I've noticed that my orb videos, when I upload them, the short videos, the sound of my voice is not me. I don't know who that is. So that's the first weird thing I've noticed. And of course, my views are dropping. I was starting to get 1,000 views and picking up a little bit. And then I noticed as I keep going, most of my videos now, the sound is in and out. And then when I upload it to TikTok or Instagram or even Facebook, it's perfect. So is it foul play? What's going on, YouTube? Why are you altering my voice in my videos for my orbs? Are you nervous about it? Just don't let me upload the video, YouTube. Don't do me like that. You know what I mean? Don't make me look like that. That's not what I sound like. That's not the way the video came out. And you can't even really hear what I'm saying. And then I couldn't do a live yesterday, all of a sudden, muted. So maybe something will happen in this live that we'll see. Anyhow, screw the system. So today I made some discoveries. I consider myself a real scientist. Jay, what do you mean by that? Om Namah Shivaya. I'm doing experiments with dust now in my lamp and sitting over here and seeing, like, because there's something happening with the dust. It's like it's bait and it does something. And then later on, it's real chill in the background, like nothing. There'll be a flurry of dust. I've noticed that they just kind of fall. So I know what dust is. And yes, they move similar. Orbs and dust are related. When you die, you become ashes. Some of you will be cremated. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all connected. It's all spiritual, in my opinion. However, today I was tapping the lamp, hitting it, and it started to flow the dust, right? So I noticed some just drop. I noticed some shoot around me and boomerang and shapeshift. And then I zoomed in on them and they were all geometric shapes, which dust shouldn't be showing. All right? That happened today. So I'm sitting there and then I'm like looking at it and I'm waving my paper bag, I'm blowing it, making sure to really analyze the dust theory and all that jazz, because there's something to that. So I'm grateful to those who laugh at me and call it dust. That was an orb. Cat night, did you see it? I am smoking. But once again, eyes. Did you just see that thing? Just okay, a little dot. Okay, now my lamp is not busting up dust right now. It's funny. When I'm speaking about this, they appear and they hear what I'm saying and they come out of my body. So, first of all, Om Namah Shivaya, thank you for the spirit that just came in the live. I deserve that because yesterday I was deprived of doing a live for you all. Now, you saw it. Cat night, what are your thoughts on what I'm saying? I want your perspective because your perspective is what I need. And you can be totally honest. What does your gut tell you when you see these things in my videos? What are you feeling? Now, while I'm waiting for your response, and I'm not going to get mad at whatever you say. You're open to say whatever you want. But smoke is smoke, dust is dust, and orb is an orb. Like you got a black person, so a white person, Japanese. You got the squirrel. You have the cat. They're similar, right? They're related, and they're all connected, but they're a bit different. Insects, for God's sake. How many different kinds of insects? And what are they doing and why, right? You're never going to know because you don't speak that language, but you should be able to. You have an understanding. Give me your understanding. I'll break it down for me. Maybe you've experienced them too. Please feel free to share your thoughts. I want to learn from you. I'm new to you. I like the name. So just feel free to write what you want. Whatever esoteric understandings you have, you can break it down however you want. I want to hear your thoughts on what you just saw. Okay, now. My orbs seem to like smoke. I'm not saying to smoke. They are attracted to dust, kind of like your lover there. Like when you go in to date someone, you're attracted to something that's similar to a body. Dust is a body. So I was sitting here about maybe, I don't know, 3 hours ago, okay? And I was doing all this stuff. I was trying to get the dust to be in my apartment because I'm trying to debunk myself. Not really, but I'm trying to see the dance. I want to expand upon the intelligence I believe I'm experiencing. Okay? So I'm sitting there. I'm not talking for like at least 2 minutes. I'm just waving and hitting my lamp and I'm making sure it goes crazy with dust. So a little bit starts to flow and then nothing appeared in the background. So I just sat there and I was like, interesting. When I said interesting, an orb came from my rib cage and it did a serpentine dance and then it fell down. I noticed that. I have the video. Then I was talking about like, oh, I believe that possibly these orbs are eating the dust and resurrecting it and giving it a new life, like Jesus. Now in India, Shukra, the guru of demons, aka Venus, Shiva gives him a power to resurrect the dead. Dust would be dead energy. And dust does not do boomerangs and turn into a mist and then start as a circle. And it's just interesting, right? It's kind of like adding tomato paste to your tomato sauce and making it thicker. So when I'm saying the dust, the orbs are eating the dust and bringing it new life, one came from my chest directly. I saw it just come out of nowhere and fall. I was like, wow, I have the video. I'm not going to post any more orb videos because YouTube is butchering my videos. So I might just have to show them on the live. Hopefully you can see it. Then one came from the left side, crossed my face. It changed colors. It went from gray to shiny to gray to white, and then it went gray, and then it flew off as a mist. Oh, real estate. Wow. God bless you. That market's pretty tight right now, I hear. Elon Musk is trying to sell you all flip houses. Remember the flip your house? Now you got a box house. Pandora's box. Much love to Elon Musk and all the green screen people. And thank you for watching me while you're working. Wow. Cool. Anyhow, and take your time there. So, what does that mean? So, I'm going to look at it like this. Some of you have low self-esteem, which could be considered dead energy, right? A light worker, a motivational speaker, or a guru, remover of darkness, their whole purpose is to bring life to you. In which, if you're cremated, when you die, you'll be ashes. Shiva loves cemeteries, skeletons, ash. Hence, when you go to India, you have agoris all up in the cemetery, bones, doing experiments with alcohol, doing yoga. You know what I mean? Just covered in ashes. Why? Right? There's a thing there. What is Ash Wednesday? Who is Ashley, the name? And black people's skin get ashy? What makes that happen? That's paranormal. Oh, neutrons do that. What makes the neutron, boo-boo? Neil deGrasse Tyson, whoever you are, you actors and science. Okay, so basically, what I think my talent is, I've always been good at motivating people. Just saying something, being positive, giving them life force, even before I woke up, or being an inspiration as a dancer or a rapper, whatever I was doing. You know what I mean? Like, I've noticed that I've had that gift. Okay? So I believe the orbs are confirming to me that I am bringing life to dead energy in my apartment. Not only that, I'm turning them into intelligence, and they're coming out of the body and working with whatever particles or black holes or Big Bang energy your Darwin people might call this. It's intimidating. So it really confirms to me that I'm meant to help people who are suicidal, that want to die, or someone who's dying, terminal, illness. Maybe if I'm in the room with them, it's a theory. I don't know. I haven't tried this yet. But if I'm in the room with them, I believe if I just start talking and just giving energy, that I might be putting, but all of us have this, okay? It's like CPR in a different way. Like you're breathing life into, what is CPR, right? The Heimlich maneuver, right? Ooh, and then poof, you almost died. But wait a minute. I believe I'm doing that with dust. However, several videos where there's no dust around, perfect circles coming out of my face. And then one came here recently. Wow. Jay, relight your damn cigarette. So I think that I'm also attracting the Shakti Shiva orbs. I'm seeing a double a lot, a couple that come out of nowhere. It's always 1 and 2, and they dance together. Makes sense to me. Yeah. Electric and magnetic, the negative, the positive, the duality you live in. I'm noticing a pattern these past few days of a relationship orb that's dating someone. And why wouldn't they be dating? Why wouldn't they be like you in a different way? Like, you think that the spiritual realms of ayahuasca or wherever you don't know until you die, do you think that they don't relate to any behavior you have down here on this part of the earth, that they don't sort of emulate some of that? Of course they do they have to in a different way. Because then they make this body that then makes more bodies in life and then death and all this stuff. So the spiritual world behaves like you, behaves like dust, behaves like you get up to go to work, go shopping, flirting, performing, yes, walking, whatever, exercising. All of your orbs, all of your spiritual realms are a mirror of that in a different way. But you're not going to know and see that until you leave this, really. I am lucky that I even have anything that's outside of the body around me. When you're a good person, good things will happen to you. Okay. Also, a lot of bad things will happen, but the bad things that happen to you, listen, the bad things that happen to you, you should be prepared for them, and you should be focused more on the bad and the struggle, because that's why all of your avatars in India become human bodies, so called, to come down here, the lower level, to work with you, to save you. What are they doing? The number 8 is 2 orbs. I'm seeing 8 of you in here now. It's 2 circles. What is that? The number 8. The snowman you're making? When it's snowing now, what is the snowman? Look at it. Now go to my videos. Whether you think it's this or that, just shh. Try to have some imagination. That's all. Try to have some fun with being woke, right? Or investigating this world. There's a lot of things we don't know. There's a lot of things that we haven't done with dust. Let's get into dust. Let's just talk about dust. Okay? Now, let's slow down. The word dust is stud. S-T-U-D. Stud? Like, what is it, a horse? Okay. It's a mirror word or anagram. Okay? Now, your stud, the strong, sturdy one, right? I want a stud. Is your dust. Your dust forms like hair, and it grows on things that aren't human. But you've got human particles that look like hair. Where is it coming from, and how is it being formed in death? Formula. We drank formula as a baby. You should have been having your mama's breast, but you got the powdered formula. Okay? And milk is white. My orbs are white. Yes, dust looks like white little things flying around too. But it's about also knowing the difference, I think. It's about knowing the diversity of what we would call the paranormal world. It would have to be diverse. It would have to work with things that you thought were irrelevant. Isn't that the whole point? This is a great point. Okay, let's say all of my orbs are just dust. Let's just say that, which we know it's not. We'll just play the devil's advocate. Devil's advocate? Let's say it's all dust. Okay? Now, when you look at the form and the shape and the movements, what up, Greg? When you see the forms and the movements of these things that you're cleaning your house with, right? A duster, a dust buster. Why are you busting the dust? What did it do? Did it break the law? What's a dust buster? I used to have that, as a kid. Okay, what are you doing? Well, if you leave the dust to settle in your apartment, I believe like an Agori of India, dust and ashes, same thing. In the cemetery, they use that to manifest the spirit of Shiva. So Shiva is dust, is my point. Shiva is in your dust. Everything is the God particle. God meaning generator of vitamin D. Another one bites the dust. How do you bite dust? What does that mean? You can't bite dust, really, right? It's very fluffy and light, or you might choke if you get a lint ball in there, right? So just try eating dust when it's flying in the air. Try it like a frog. You'll kill yourself. You'll break your neck. It's hard. So, but you can do it. When you are biting the dust, you are biting the thing that makes your house dirty, that makes your house unacceptable, that makes it unsanitary. Dust is ubiquitous. What up there, Tangu Roshi? Are you Japanese? If you are, oishi and arigato. So, what up there, Elliot? Was your hair this gray before? I'm almost 50. So no, I mean, we're all going to go gray, I believe. I had my first gray hairs when I was like 20, 19. Does it make you uncomfortable? I'm going to ask Elliot. Does it make you uncomfortable? 671? I think you and I did the dance. That number 671 I have, Elliot. But just let me just, because I mean, it's been a long time. Elliot, have I done something with your 671? That number there, just let me know if I've done something on a live, because I have that number as an Amber Alert. Okay, cool. I had someone on TikTok say, "Oh, you're aging poorly. Got all those gray hairs. You can just see your." I'm like, "Yeah, you're gonna die one day too, and everyone has to age." And in my opinion, I've outlived all of your famous idiots, and so if you in this chat room, all of your famous people, if they really are dead, doesn't matter if I'm gray, full, bald. If I'm alive in this reality, where's the respect? That should be the thing. Like, okay, I'm gray, but I'm here and I'm really sharp, got information for you, but he's aging. I'm going to be fucking old one day. I'm 49. I know you were bald before. Yeah, I shaved my head and I wanted to grow my hair back just to see the urine therapy. Now, I'm going a bit bald here. But as you can see, it is giving me energy and it's working. I mean, it's helping my hair at least be there, gray or whatever. So this is from urine. I keep putting it in my hair. Okay? My grandfather was bald before my age. Completely bald here, my grandfather. So balding is in my family. My mother too, but she perms her hair, puts chemicals in there and all that shit. God bless, whatever. You aging well. Thank you, Greg. You look healthy and very vital and bright eyes, brother. Thank you. I appreciate that. They're just trying to find a way to bring you down. Of course, Elliot, I'm turning 40 in a few days. Nice. What up, Marve? You're starting to look like Danny Glover. I like that one. I've been called Obama. I get that. But I don't want to be associated with the guy who droned the hell out of Afghanistan and murdered a lot of brown-skinned people and the most collateral damage out of any president. I don't want to be called that man's name. Anyhow, but I'm a fan of Danny Glover. I look strong. Thank you there. I appreciate that. Thank you, Tang. Oh, yeah, Obama. So people are interesting on social media. When you put the word social and media together, you should slow down. The word media comes from Medea, Medusa, not Tyler Perry, the goddess. Medium. Media. Okay, slow it down. Socializing. It's telling you that you are socializing with paranormal energy that's inside of your computer. It's being manipulated from stars and probably orbs by your elite people. And you are socializing now with a paranormal science in which there's no God, though. It's just particles. So what they're doing to us is this. They're throwing all of the power in your face. They're putting it in technology. It's been around since before this era. Putting it in your face, putting it in your car, putting it in your house, right? Your video game, all of it's paranormal. And you're just doing the dance, you're looking at it, you're getting good at it, you feel, sort of stimulated by it. But you don't investigate the words or what you're looking at and what is making that happen besides you plugging it in the wall. What is in the wall and what is your house attached to, the ground? In which your energy is not coming from Thomas Edison or your energy bill or the 5G tower. No. 5G, keep it 100, honey. The radiation's coming from Capricorn, honey. Saturn's world, the bone crusher. Yes, it has to be. The black sun. I'm not damning Capricorn. But if you are a priest in the Church of Satan and you want to do something paranormal, and be kind of cheeky with it, you would go to Capricorn, that tropic. Of course you would, but you can use the other tropics too if you know what you're doing. See where I'm going here? But the rock star is Saturn. The black rock star is your 5G. It's manipulating the one that makes things cold and dims the sunlight. The chemtrail people, Capricorn, they're dimming the sun. In India, Surya is the sun, the father of Shani, Saturn, the black sun. He disowns him because he's black and not shining like him, and they have a battle. So Shani eclipses him as a baby. Is like, screw you. How dare you insult your own child? He eclipsed him and turned him black, shadowed him. Saturn is Shani. Kronos. Coronavirus. I'm gonna get it all done real quick. For those that call astrology pseudoscience, astrology is not pseudoscience when you start to see how sick you are getting and how much power is being produced in unusual ways, and all these things are happening. It's no longer pseudoscience when you get sick. And then I start showing you connections and how they're naming your COVID after Eris. COVID Eris, the goddess of distress. That's a version of Venus, honey. Take your pick. She's schizophrenic. She has many characters, boo. Oh, Bomba. Yep, bomb guy. Abomination. There's probably a demon in my computer. Of course, it's not evil, but it can give you radiation, but you can alter that. Medium rare, eating steak is paranormal. Bars. Fucking, I love Greg. Damn. That was so good, it's intimidating. Right. Medium rare. A comedian. Median. Media, honey. Do you break bread with meat eaters? I find it hard. God bless you. No, it's not hard for me. I mean, before it kind of was uncomfortable for me as I stopped doing the flesh, right? I'll be honest with you there, Roshi. Very honest. Meat eaters can hear me a lot better than vegans with my shit and my truth. Fact. They do. They're like, oh, wow, cool. And I'll show them shit. But if I show someone who's really deep in shit, you know what I mean? Like, and they want to be really into something, they can see it, but their ego, right? They allowed the truth to give them an ego and not humble them, right? Or they don't want to look at it and really embrace it because you're only eating veggies now. You're only eating fruit. You're only breathing air. Okay. Well, what is making all of those things that you're doing in order to survive? Orbs, spirit, mediums, things that you won't fully understand until you ayahuasca die, leave the body for real, and travel as a different entity. All of you are entities. I've been told no entity is good. Someone who's into Christianity would write that, of course, with my orbs. I get it. It's the devil. Slow down. Slow down. Break bread with your meat eaters as long as they're respectable, as long as they're open to you. Just don't judge them. I think like an Agori. Think like an Agori when it comes to anyone else and meat eaters. I will tell you what an Agori is. In India, Agori means no fear. Agori, no gore. Al Gore. Algorithm. Now, the Agoris of India, they will put the ashes of the dead on their body for Shiva because he's god of death. They hang out in cemeteries. They do things that might be a little bit woe to most people, but usually they're very chill, meditating, always high or focused, doing samadhi, doing incredible yoga. They don't like to be around a lot of people too much. They're usually in the jungle, but they'll go downtown India and show you how it is and how they survive without working, meditating only, getting alms, people giving them money and shit. Okay, the Agori thinks like this. And I respect this. If you judge somebody, right, you have to then do what they're doing for 1 year to unjudge them. Which means if we're looking harsh at meat eaters, and some of them can be rude, okay, I totally understand that, and a bit hard-headed. I'm more concerned about these people, the needle. I know vegans and vegetarians or fruitarians that have done that. I'm more concerned about those people because there's a lot of meat in that. You're getting probably like 100 cows pumped in your arm and pork. They don't tell you that shit, okay? For real. So, if we're harsh to the meat eater, I'm going to be in a gory. If I am now judging the meat eater, I got to go back to eating meat for 1 year. Now, I have done that a little bit, so technically I should be doing this. I won't. However, I respect that way of seeing things. Because the purpose of existence is not to judge, it's to make connections, it's to learn from someone else. That's it, to learn and to build and expand. You are divided from math class. They gave you division. My theory is there is no division in other realms. You are in the one part of the earth where it's black and white, Freemasonic, checkerboard energy. You're not from here. I'm not damning this part either. It's all sacred. However, this part of the earth, it's hologram earth. It's a freaking theater. It can be manipulated by men and women and buttons and shit. Everywhere else you go, other realms, no, can't do that. This is the one part of the earth where your demons are over here and your angels are over here. Democrat, Republican, Crips and Bloods, gay, straight, Jew, Arab, you see where I'm going here, or Muslim and Hindu. Every other realm, for sure, can only produce perfection and the perfect white light if the demon and the angel alchemize and negotiate. Fact. That's where you come from. You come from a realm where the demon world that is giving you fast food here, 5G, technology, mind control, Freemasonry, pedophilia, blood drinking, sure, cannibalism. If you go everywhere else, they're alchemizing. Jay, how do you know that? Where is your proof? Let's go to India, the Hindu. Now, Indra is freaking out. He's like Zeus in India, the god of thunder. He's freaking out because the demons are kicking ass. They have taken over heaven. They have taken his throne. That's his biggest fear. He goes to Vishnu. He's like, Vishnu, what the hell do we do? These demons are too powerful. You got to intervene, bro. You got to intervene and do something. And Vishnu is sitting there smoking, blowing bubbles, having Lakshmi rub his feet because he also made the demons. It's hilarious. Indra's a bit of a, he's a character. He's a bit of a ditz, not a great person, actually. He's an asshole in every movie I've seen of him. But he's the king of the gods. Anyhow, Vishnu says this to Indra for the solution of conquering these demons that are whooping his ass. He says, you must negotiate with them. You must go to them with an offer that is very interesting, in which they'll work with you to get it. You must work with them. And Indra goes, what do you mean? What do I do? Work how? He says, they obviously must want the elixir of life. And the only way to find the elixir of life is in the river of the Ganga by Mount Meru. You and the demons, in order to pull this elixir out of the river, must work together as a tug of war, churning the Milky Way around Mount Meru with a serpent as the rope to make this elixir come up. And when it comes up, you share it with the demon and demigods. That's your pitch. So Indra goes, shit, okay. See where I'm going here? So they do the dance, basically, and things come out of the water. Poison comes out first. Interesting. Poison? Your Jesuits love poison. That girl is poison. That's a rock band, Poison. Better wake your ass up. Everything you're exposed to here on this side of the earth is poison. Split, though. You don't have the elixir. Science is your elixir, but it's divided. You haven't alchemized it to be able to handle it on your own. You should be able to in me. The demons and the angels working together. Shiva drinks the poison. Kali has to freaking save him from almost dying and passing out. His throat turns blue. He has to smoke weed, apparently, to calm down the pain. Okay. Then the elixir comes up. What do you think happened? The demons push away the fucking demigods, steal it, and run like it's football. Interception, football. It's the same thing, guys. So the demigods are chasing them. So long story short, it gets dispersed between demons and angels by Shiva. He helps to intervene to calm down the demons because he's their guru. Then he defends them, but within reason. One more interesting fact about Shiva. The serpent around Shiva's neck is to conquer the fear of death. This is the god of death and destruction, which means at some point Shiva must have had a fear of death. Yes, your most powerful. I'm a devotee to Shiva. Must have been afraid of death if he needs the serpent around his neck. Interesting point. I think your view would really get a boost if you put a tripundra on your forehead, the Shiva mark. Ah, good idea. I like that. Yeah, don't condemn them. Show them example with compassion, but important to shine a light on why flesh eating is a very dark practice, right? Feeding the underworld, as you know, right? But also you want to be careful with how you do that, because I used to eat meat. Now, the only time I think that's appropriate to have that conversation is if they're attacking what you're eating, attacking you, or just saying things that don't make sense. Like, for example, I've heard meat eaters say, animals don't have a soul. You just eat them. Okay, we go too far. Magic mushroom. Gently reminded why stopping eating animals is basic common sense. Animals are our friends as a plants, but plants, especially fruits, don't scream and bleed. Right, I've heard someone try to defend, when you're eating plants, it's violent. I'm like, honey, plants grow back. The child of an animal does not grow back. And they heard me. This one eats the liver of a cow. I mean, he's told me he has bags of meat just sitting and marinating in his freezer. And organs, too. I'm like, no judgment, but he heard me. I made a good point. Right on, Greg. Good support. Thank you. Good, Marve. If you like Shiva stories, Brampton Triveni Mandir has nice services. Cool. Amen. Okay, great. So now I'm going to show you the video. I have a crack in my screen because I got mad at my phone, but it's okay. I'm going to show you the video where they come out of my body while speaking about dust. And I'm going to break down Baphomet, Islam, very clear, with etymology, and Egypt. Because a lot of you truthers, and I understand, the minute you see the devil horns, the minute you see Baphomet, the minute you anything like this, we understand, we know, it's a thing. But some of you go too far because you haven't researched where these come from and why they're doing these. You have not researched where they come from. And then your followers are now fear-basing and freaking out whenever they hear Baphomet, only pedophilia. That is bullshit. Yes, Baphomet can be used for that, dum-dum. The sun, for example, and I keep hearing this still. Solar worship, sun worship, the devil. The sun is not evil. You need the sun to live. What is you're already a sun worshiper. You have a solar plexus truther. You go too far, man. That's solar worship. Look at the sun symbol. And I love these people. I watch a lot of videos of truth. These are my homies. I watch them to see what's going on with the fake news. But I also analyze and I criticize things that I'm like, well, you could have gone deeper there, bro. Don't just say it's devil shit. Tell your audience what it is, where it comes from, what's the astrology, what is its history, and is there anything positive to it? Yes. Okay. You see that hip? That's called working too hard and having too many surgeries in science. Okay. This pain that I have, man, woo, dude. My body is completely fused on this side. And it's happening from my neck as well, from being hit in the head. So I don't want to hear any excuses from anybody. Oh, I can't do it. I just can't. I don't know. I'm making it work, honey, and I don't have a body really. I don't. And I mean, even right now, I'm like, I want to pass out. It's the hip, right? So if I can get up and walk in snow with an arthritic hip and skull damage and surgeries, I think that y'all out there, not my chat room, the people with the low self-esteem, the little victims out there, use that as inspiration. There's no excuse. Get out there and make it a better place. It already sucks. We know that. And you know it sucks. What are you going to add to it to make it not suck? Does Joe Rogan tell you shit like this? Alex Jones, they just keep having guests and having guests and having guests and celebrities and all this shit. And there you are, you're distracted by the famous person and the viral views. You yourself are the guest. You watching him. What is your solution? What is your Joe Rogan? Okay? Yes, it does. But I can sleep. However, I even feel like when I'm sleeping, I'm not sleeping. The pain is creeping. I don't even know how I'm sleeping. But I can function on 1 hour of sleep. I'm a vampire. What do I mean by that? Before I show you this video, I am a Venus sign. Venus rules the vampires. Good example of how something negative that looks negative is not always negative, honey. There are some good vampires. A lot of you are vampires. You have to get up real early, don't you, to go to work, and you're fucking getting your coffee, and that's okay. Your little egg McMuffin there. Okay. I'm so tired. I want to go home. Even when you're not even injured. A lot of you aren't even having chronic pain. And I can see that your chronic pain is you're complaining, and the job you have, and the lack of energy you have to make it better. Hence, you will become a slave, and you'll become a dark vampire. I am a motivated, positive vampire. What does that mean? I don't know. What does your name mean? Look it up in etymology. What up, 769? We can add good vibes, kindness, and open listening. Yes, but you should see me on TikTok. I'm quite nasty. The fucking trolls on TikTok, they push me, man. I try so hard. Woo! But TikTok, damn. Be careful with your damn lives on TikTok if you do it. It's, woo! You're going to get roasted. And I burn them. But I go a little too far sometimes. It's a chronic pain. You know, it's still there. I got issues. I got things to work on, boo. And that's what makes me relatable to you. I am not in front of you right now trying to be goody two-shoes, sitting lotus, being like Buddha. This is all great. It's not realistic, though, boo-boo. You don't live in the jungle. You're not in the mountains, having samadhi, doing yoga. You're in the city, honey. City. S-I-D-D-H-I, Siddhi, are intelligent spirits that are paranormal. C-I-T-Y, same word, William is Bill, is actually where you really live, with the Siddhis of Buddhism. Do you know how to manifest them downtown? In the ghetto? The trailer park trash, so-called? The favela? You can. You never thought about that. Because you're thinking about a famous asshole, new sneakers, a new Elon Musk invention, which is all going to fucking break down on you because all of his cars are having accidents on autopilot. Yep, people dying. Oh, but it's great. It's better than humans. You people out there, you're so easy to trick, and the evidence is in front of you, and now people are dying, and you still want to support Elon Musk. He's selling you homes now that are made out of a box that are like pop-up dolls. They open up like this, like an accordion, and you just move in, and it's made of really good wood and steel, concrete. Right. Very convenient. Don't trust it. And the whole entire house is a smart system, honey. It's run by this, so you're full of radiation poisoning. You're already getting it with the Wi-Fi in your regular ass house. Why would you move in a house that is run by the internet all the way through, and even your car, remote controlled internet? This is what Elon Musk wants you to do. And you'll all do it. Vampires are known for drinking blood, though. Aha. You defo don't do that. I prefer to call you a warrior of light. I don't mind being a vampire, though. Let me explain something to you about what I mean by calling myself a vampire. You have to revamp. What does revamp mean? Vampire, empire. Revampire. Let us change the meaning of the demon. I am the guru of demons. I'm a Venus sign, India, Shukra. So I got to figure that out. What does that mean for me? I'm not saying for me to be demon. I'm not saying I'm going to influence you to hurt yourself and be debauchery. But I believe I'm here to translate the evil world and give it soul. Take away your fear. Like an Agori. Same shit. Hey, Greg, Agoris eat human flesh, some of them. And I'm sure they drink blood. And they're worshippers of Shiva, so they're kind of like vampires, but they're incredible yogis. I'm just saying. You see what I'm saying here? Vampire, spectral, being a human body who maintains semblance of life by leaving the grave at night to suck the warm blood of the living as they sleep. I'm not that kind of vampire. And that definition is not written in stone. And whoever made that definition, let's just keep it 100, did not experience enough demons to understand what it is. You want to convert the demon more than the angel. You got more people down here that are bloodsuckers, metaphorically, of your energy. Fact. But they mean well. They become your partner. You get married. They're vampires, but they're decent people still. They just don't suck blood, but they get up, right, out of the grave of the bed. Okay. So we're just going to bring some consciousness to the things that we stereotype. Like a black person. Oh, I can jump high, but Greg can't. It's bullshit, right? Well, I have rhythm, but Greg doesn't. It's bullshit. I'm a ballet dancer. I've seen white people with better skills, rhythm, technique than me. But I got good enough to be as good as them. But I've seen the shit. Yep. Many will live off 3D printed food, clothes, housing. They're all going to phase themselves out. Let's bring the goodness out of us into the new world. How about we just call it the world? Let's not call it the new or the old. Let's just call it the world, because that new and the old word complicate things. It's infinite. It has no age. There is no BC, AD, 300 billion years ago, the dinosaurs and the sun's 5 trillion light years away. Guys, that's what the new world is, really. But I respect what you said. Okay, give me a second here. Okay, so I'm going to play the beginning of the video. You're going to see me hitting my lamp. So I'm looking for dust this time as an experiment to see how the orbs behave with the dust. So I'm going to give you some background on this experiment. It happened this morning or this afternoon. So I'm going to play the beginning part and I'm quiet. Just watch me and just look and see what happens. And then I'm going to play other parts of the video for you to see the interesting things that happened. Pardon my cracked phone. So I'm hitting my lamp. Okay, you saw that one fly? Okay, I did not notice that, by the way. Now, here's what's funny about that. What's funny about that would appear to be dust, right? Because I hit it, and then something flew. Here's what's funny about this. When I'm sitting here, I have seen literal dust fly. I can see it, and then I can see the camera reflecting it. That one, I didn't see the dust. It just something moved. So I'm kind of like awakening something in a sense. It's like I'm using a dead, irrelevant thing to bring something forth. Okay? Like a yagna or a seance, but without a Ouija board, a lamp, and dust. So I would say it's far more effective than all these pentagram things y'all doing. Okay, hold on. Get back to business. Okay, watch again. So nothing, right? Something kind of dangled there. Okay, so you see all that? There's things flying. I am waving at the dust, but just look at where they're coming from. We're just doing experiments, right? Interesting.
Interesting. Just play with this.
Okay. That one that you just saw do this, that one came out of my body. That one, it just did a little arc. Now, what's also funny is when I'm sitting here and I'm watching the dust, I'm watching the top thing rise, just to sort of be clear. The camera is filming the front, okay? So when the dust is rising up, it's not really capturing all that energy all the time. So what I think is going on is that if I'm in a certain kind of an energy and I'm sitting there and I don't touch it at all, I'm activating something and I'm resurrecting dead energy, and then it's coming out of my body and it's starting to do a dance, kind of like fishing with bait. Okay, hold on. Now I'm going to fast forward. So we watched the beginning, right? Now watch this shit.
I feel like the orbs. And then they resurrect.
Okay, look at the right rib cage. And this is after I've been waving around and shit. Nothing was flowing. Just so to be clear, I'm just sitting here. Look at my right rib cage, if you can. Did you see that? Okay, hold on. Rewind.
Om Namah Shivaya.
So it forms up my rib cage. It does a little thing, and then it moves down. So I attracted one. Then this happened.
I feel like the orbs are eating the dust, waiting.
That came out of my body.
Resurrect the dust and give it a different life. Om Namah Shivaya.
Chat room, what say you? Those came from my body, clearly. Okay? One came from the chest. It went down like this. And then one came that way, which means there's an intelligence happening, I believe. Okay? Not just some random dust particles now. So we're dancing with the dust, and we're dancing with being clear with orbs and how they move. This is for the scientist. This is for the debunker, really. This is cool. So we're showing you different behaviors. That's all. And when I'm sitting there and I don't do anything to the lamp, things come out. So this is a dance here. Anyhow, chat room, your thoughts on my experiment. What do you all feel? You can say whatever you want. Now I'm going to break down Baphomet and Islam. Allahu Akbar. Chat room, what say you? What are your thoughts on my experiment? I knew Greg would be first. I love Greg. All right, before I show you what Baphomet really is, I'm going to read Greg. For sure, they're orbs, not dust. Exactly. So I'm just, thank you. And so you get it. This is where I was coming from. This is what Shiva would do. This is exactly what Shiva would do. For a non-believer, Shiva would say, okay, look, put me somewhere, you know what I mean? I don't mind debunking myself for you. Because Shiva doesn't give a shit. Shiva knows exactly who he is and isn't. And she's transgender. But Shiva loves to be challenged. Shiva likes to struggle and will dumb it down to then enlighten you up. So I dumbed it down to then enlighten. Because you need to do things like this for this world. So I'm giving you many versions of being a light worker and manifesting miracles, along with the things you call irrelevant. Now, the dust on my lamp is irrelevant, like your homeless people, your suicidal people, irrelevant, like most of your animals in roadkill, irrelevant, like your insects, isn't it? Like your health and your diet, irrelevant. This is why everyone is sick. The things you're seeing that are irrelevant are relevant, sacred, and useful to you. And once you understand that, you'll be a mystic beyond a mystic, a guru beyond a guru. You'll be able to handle the other angry gurus that come after you and want to debunk you or challenge you, and you'll handle it, and you will accept the challenge, you will accept the debunking, and you will even play along, and then you'll rise above it with examples of your miracles, and they'll be fucking mind blown. And you put their brain back together again. That's Shiva. I destroyed myself and resurrected myself. In a sense, I debunked myself and then I rebunked myself. Wow, who does shit like that? Yeah, word. Thank you, Greg. Anyone else's thoughts up in here? Come on, let's go. We got a full house up in here almost. Come on. Anyhow, in etymology, etymoline.com, E-T-Y-M online, Baphomet, the goat god of so-called pedophilia only. Okay. The as above, so below shit. Which you truthers also say, oh, it's as above, so below. It's not all evil, dumb. It's called a top and a bottom. It's called heaven and hell, honey. It's a fact. You just have some dark forces that are using that to make you sick, as opposed to enlightening you. Name of the idol which the Templars, Freemasons, were accused of worshiping, regarded as a corruption of Mahomet, Muhammad. A name which took strange shapes in the Middle Ages, like my orbs do. Here it is. So Muslims, no disrespect. Baphomet, and pardon my cracked screen, relates to Muhammad, honey, of Islam, boo-boo. What? Whoa. And there he is. M-U-H, Muhammad, the Prophet of Islam. Yes or no? Okay. There was a spider called Orb Weaver. Interesting. Hey, other chat room people, you haven't chatted back about the orb experiment. You're letting Greg be the rock star. We're a family here. Chime in. 769, the other ones that are here. What are your thoughts? We want to learn from you. You can say whatever you want. It's cool. All right. I want to make my screen even brighter just to be anal about it. Okay, so just once again. Boom. Mahomet. And then you got Islam. So who are you praying to in Islam? Who is Allah really? Allah is Shiva. Okay, we get it, Jay. Now, why am I doing this presentation? I am a mystic. When the orbs come out of my body, it means they want me to speak about things in a different way to have you rethink it. Because you can only be a master at something when you come to a conclusion and then you challenge that conclusion and you keep challenging that conclusion until you make all these connections and then you're a master. What is happening today is you make one conclusion from some things that happened, like the word vampire, for example. No problem, Greg. I'm just example. And it means only this until I come in and I show you another side to what you might call a blood drinker or a pedophile god. Okay? All right. I think we've lost our other subscribers. I don't think anyone else is in here, Greg. I see 6 people, but no one's writing comments. Where are your comments? It's all about you guys and girls too. Where you at? It's not only about me. Where you at, man? We want to learn from you. Right, Greg? Okay. Have I scared you away with my orbs? Hey, Greg, in the beginning of this video, an orb appeared while I was smoking. And it shouldn't have, because smoking is not spiritual, right? Once again, I'm going to debunk that. I'm not telling you to smoke. Once again, highly intelligent beings are visiting me with low frequency or high frequency because I keep going forward. I keep moving. I don't stop. I get up if I fall. Right. Many hands make light work. Of course. But I think that they're mute now. Marve, I just billboarded your live on a small grow channel. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm grateful. But once again, I'm still interested in your thoughts. You're intelligent. You're all geniuses. You can say what you want. Just make sure you keep a flow of comments because I want to learn from you as well. You are also feeding me, honey. Okay? All right. Now, how does Baphomet relate to Hinduism? Let's first of all look at Baphomet. This is called syncretism. Real fast. Only an hour in? Damn. So you all know. There it is, right? Okay. The goat god, as above, so below. It's evil. Oh my God, it's evil. Devil worship. The elite use this. Dum. No. That's Capricorn, honey. You are insulting all the Capricorns too, honey. Are all Capricorns pedophiles? Evil? Black magic? Now there is evil related to that. That's the god of the Church of Satan. And your Templar Knights, who gave birth to Freemasonry, if you know your shit. It's called Tuber Chat. Awesome. Thank you, Marve, for representing. I'm grateful. All right, now let's go to Hinduism and try to find a similar god, which you also call devil worship in the truth movement. Anytime Shiva appears with the moon in his head and the horned creature as the bull Nandi, we're going to go, oh, it's evil. You have to slow down with that bullshit, man. You need things in this part of the earth to fight the demon or to understand the demon, because you're living in a demon-ruled part of the earth. If you just call it evil and you get lazy and you don't research and find connections, you're missing the point of truth and you're only promoting fear. And that's not healthy. Truthers. Okay. Who is Daksha? And I may have done this before. Okay. There he is. This is Hinduism. Okay, another goat head. This is before Baphomet and before Islam. But he's a positive character, though. And his name is Daksha. My dance partner in Switzerland, Russian chick. Beast. She was as tall as me, could jump as high as me, good at turns. Beast. Her name was Dasha. Before I woke up, Daksha, Dasha. Europe and India. This one got a goat head because he was an arrogant prick and insulted Shiva. Keep it simple. And Shiva beheaded him, gave him a goat head, which gave him a positive vibration to be a priest with good intentions and humble. Interesting. Let's go to Egypt. There he is. His name is Baned Jedet. Is that evil, truther? This is devil worship, right? All the Egyptians in ancient Egypt, all of them that had hieroglyphs and did that for art and expression, all of them are evil. I keep seeing this in a lot of truth videos. Whenever a symbol comes up, ancient something, it's devil worship. I'm like, dude, you need to dig more. You need to go beyond. Yes or no? And I've already shown this, but it's good to repeat. The 5th day of prayer for Muslims is Isha. Okay. There you go. Oh my God, pardon me. That's hard to read. Isha. Okay, you see part of my phone, Islamic, and then you scroll and you see Shiva. Shiva, honey. You Muslims don't know what you're praying to, boo-boo, and you need to. Although it's okay, you can be a Muslim. You don't have to be anal about it. But if you're an arrogant Muslim and a divisive Muslim or a divisive Hindu or a divisive Buddhist or a divisive Christian, Catholic, or Jew, you're defeating the purpose of being spiritual, boo. It takes a village to make your religion. And all the other religions that you are judging are also inside of your religion. And if you're an atheist, I love you. I shouldn't be having things coming out of my body that are paranormal, honey. And what's doing that? We are all of Christ. Of course, Greg. I have an atheist friend who was a manager of a co-op in which I was fired unjustly from, but I still shop there because Shiva would do that. He'd go back to where he was fired and burned. He'd go back and give it life. He'd go back as an example of surviving the fire. So I went back to where I was fired because I'm the fire, talking to my boss. He goes, yeah, I read the Bhagavad Gita again. He's an atheist. I said, why'd you do that? What'd you learn? He's like, yeah, all these stories. It was interesting. You know what I'm saying? But we know that Krishna wasn't a literal person. And not everybody can be a Krishna. And for a long time, people thought that I was a Hare Krishna because I shaved my head a certain way, but I was into punk music and I was doing a certain look. I said, Krishna lives in everybody's heart, honey. Krishna means to be black and the earth and to be dirty and dirt in etymology. He goes, oh, I didn't know that. Okay, cool. So we're all Krishna or Christ. The Bible did get edited, and so did the Bhagavad Gita. Let's be clear, India, you Buddhists, be careful. Your books and your little dancing there have all been adjusted. Of course, by those far from Christ or far from Krishna. Woo! Okay. I'm going to do short lives. This was enough. I got off a lot on my chest. I'm a bit tired now. I got to get my laundry. I got to get up at 5 a.m. to be a slave and a vampire. I'm a vampire of light. Edited by Baal. Well, Baal, honey, Greg, fuck your psychic. Guess what I'm watching right now on YouTube? I'm watching Baal Krishna, Baal. What does that mean in Sanskrit? Because it's been stolen for evil purposes. Baal. Before I go, let's be clear, because I'm also a worshiper of Krishna. I chanted Hare Krishna to a plant and it grew back to a new plant 7 years ago. I'll never forget that. It's not easy to do that. You got to be on the right frequency to do that. And I didn't even know I had that gift. I can't do it again for some reason, but I did it twice to know it's possible. Yes, Greg. But I want to first of all look up what Baal means. Balling? Okay. Bowling? Bolanath. It's the name of Shiva. Bowling for Columbine? Better wake up. All about death, right? They know their shit. And the Tesla logo, he has 3 lines in Tesla. Why did he do that? But the E. The Shiva Lingam has Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva 3 on the Lingam. Hi, Elon Musk. Taking shit from other places and just throwing it around and thinking that we won't see the shit, right? Mr. Green Screen, Mr. Robot, I'm going to unplug ya. I'm Zach De La Rocha. I'm a rage against the machine when I approach ya. Put your face in a toaster. Now I want it on a poster. I'm not violent. Real shit. Know your Hindu gods' names. You don't have to believe in it. You want to be a fucking rock star truther? You need to know what everything means. I mean, every fucking culture. Don't just pick one side. And now you're spewing only fear, Freemasonry, blah, blah, blah. Earth is only flat. There's more than that, honey. In Sanskrit, Baal means child, boy, or young person. There you go. I'm just saying, man. Not everything is evil. This is a great way to end, and thank you, Greg. This is the whole point of my video. Okay, Baal in India, before the Bible, and Christian Baal, and the bull of sacrifice means a child. Childhood. Ironically, children were used for sacrifice, weren't they? And the other version of Baal. So it went the other way. So they're stealing shit from ancient stuff that's grounded in truth. And they're turning it upside down. Your Church of Satan knows their shit. Hence why you should decode Baphomet. Rethink what a vampire is. Rethink what an orb is. You called it devil worship. Rethink what dust is, boo-boo. Just irrelevant. That thinking is division. If you think like that, everything you should be curious about and look at is something conscious. Even the little ant, little fly. If you want to be a master, you will see your dust as something conscious. Because when you die, you become that. Dark forces took the name of something pure. Sounds about right. Yeah. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shiva, Shakti, Om, the light. Om, Ram, Ram, Saha, Suya, Yanamaha. Om, Chandra, Yanama. Om, Hum, Vajra, Guru, paid my city. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om, Ram, Ram. Let's go to The Shining. Let's go to the movie The Shining. That is the Surya Sun mantra. Om, Ram, Rum. Red, Ram, red. Okay. Yeah. It all comes from India, boo-boo. And good night, Greg. Thank you. And share this video. It was fire and water. And if you can, download it to your MPV, whatever format, because YouTube will take it down for smoking or whatever. If you can. Not for my ego, for your children, and for the energy you're going to be getting in the future. People are getting dumber. No judgment, but they are, from compassion, radiation poisoning, and technology. They will be getting dumber. You will not get another Raw Zen or a Greg or this. We're 1 in a million today. So when we speak, when you see us, take us seriously, document the shit, take your own notes, have your own version of what I said, expand upon what I said. Yes, what you're here for. Dumb and Dumber. Om Namah Shivaya. But we love you. I can be dumb too.